Hello and welcome. My name is Fluffy and I've been learning how to use Blender for about a year now. I noticed how there's little to none tutorials on Splatoon models and I would like to change that. Also, big disclaimer beforehand, I am nowhere near being an expert at handling Blender or Splatoon models. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. There will always be other and maybe better ways to handle things. There's also a chance that I might make mistakes. With that said, I will be working with the models made by Teenage Apple today. Link to those and his Twitter are down in the description. Also, one last thing, I do have a written guide to Splatoon Blender in my Discord, so if you're interested in revising or learning more, you are very welcome to join. Link to that also down below. Chapter 1. Where do I get the models? First step to creating a squid is the base model. There's a few choices you can take here. You could, for example, use in-game models from Splatoon 2 or Splatoon 3. Those can be found on the Model Resource website, along with a big variety of gear, weapons, characters, bosses, and other things. Have a look around and see if you can find what you want. Now, if you don't like the in-game models or want another choice, you could visit Teenage Apple's Twitter page and check out those models. I personally enjoy them more, and we will use them now. They are more beginner-friendly, better optimized for the use of Blender, and generally just super pleasant to work with. If you open the Google Drive file, you will see a few things. 4 different models for the Inkling Boy, Inkling Girl, Octoling Boy, and Octoling Girl, plus a text sheet that says README, and you should really listen to it. It walks you through the steps of how to set up his models. If you're confused by me, or something that I say doesn't work, double check with this sheet. Now, once you have the model, you're still missing some gear and maybe a weapon. Most of them you can find on the Model Resource website, but some of them are not there. We will use the in-game files to get the most recent gear from Splatoon 3. Link to that is also down below. With the in-game files, you will also need a tool to convert them. It is called Switch Toolbox. Chapter 2. Switch Toolbox and how to export gear. If you open the folder with the in-game files, you will notice that the names are very confusing and seem random at first. But there is actually a system behind that. For gloves, Sammy made this post which you can go check out for finding the name of the gear you want. You will want to locate the gear you need and drag it into the Switch Toolbox application. Once in there, you will see a preview of the model in the middle and a list of folders on the left. There's a folder with all the textures and a folder with the model itself. You want to right click on the model folder, then select Export All. The program will ask you where to save the file. I recommend keeping your folders organized to avoid later confusion. Once that is selected, a small window will appear asking you what format to export it to. We want to use .dae. On this window, keep all the boxes ticked the way they are. If you click OK to confirm your selection, another window will appear. Keep all those boxes the way they are, and then click OK to confirm that selection. Once that is done, your model will be exported to its designated folder. In there, you'll find a few things. The file of the model and a few pictures, or in this case, textures. We will want to use those later. The same process can be done for weapons, specials, subs, etc. Make sure to get all the models ready that you want to use on this project. Do you have everything you need to style your Squid Kit now? Good, then let's begin. Chapter 3. Changing the interface for a good workflow. Before we begin working on the project, I like to arrange the interface first. To do so, you can hover over a corner of the viewport until this little cross appears. Then left click and drag it to the side to split the screen. Do that once more to get 3 viewports. I use the right window to actively work on the model, move things around, change lights, set up models, and so on. The bottom left window is used as a preview for what I am doing. So if you're, for example, positioning the character, you can immediately see what it would look like when being rendered. Depending on your computer strength, you can put this window into the material preview or the rendered preview. I only change it to the rendered preview when I get to the lighting or I want to check for textures like glass. On the top left window, we will change from the viewport to the image editor. You can put your reference here. Just click on the folder icon and locate the pictures you want to use. Looking on the very right, we can close the notes window at the very bottom. Setting up notes will be done in this window up here. You don't have to follow this setup one by one. Just play around a little and see what is most comfortable for you. Next step is another question of preference. I usually switch off the scene of world lighting since it is pretty dark here. To do so, click on this arrow next to the viewport shading and then tick the box Scene World. If you click the big ball that pops up, you can choose for different looks. Some are brighter, some are darker. Choose what you like to work most with. Chapter 4. Deleting unwanted and importing wanted gear. Looking at your model, you can see a few things. It is wearing gear you might not want to use and it is already positioned. We don't want either of that, so let's get rid of it. To do so, you want to left click the rig. If you can't see it on the model like shown here, check the list of models in the top right window. It should be in the folder called rig. For my case, it is Inkling Boy S3V0. Click the little eye icon on the right to make the model appear in the viewport. Once it is selected, switch to pose mode. Left click and drag all over the bones to select it. Then right click and select Clear User Transforms. This should reset your squid to the famous T-pose. Go back into object mode and repeat the process for the hair. So locate the rig, select it. The hair does have a separate rig. In my case, it's in a folder for the hair, and it's called VGTS Hairstyle 07. Go to pose mode, left click, drag to select it all, right click, clear user transforms, and go back into object mode. If you want to use a different hairstyle, you don't have to do this step. In this case, just click the little eye icon next to the hair model for now to make it invisible. We will use it once more later for a shortcut. Now locate all the gear you want removed, select all of it and delete it. When selecting the model, I like to do this in the model list in the top right. Click the little arrow left of the gear name to expand. Left click the top model, then shift click the last part of this model. Where's the end, you ask? When this arrow comes back to its original position. So click the one before that. I did this for the shirt, headgear, pants, shoes, and this little purple attachment to the shirt. If you want different eyebrows, you should also remove those. Be careful not to delete any other parts of the model. It might mess with later steps. If the old gear is gone, you can add the new gear. For that, we click the file button in the top left, go to import and then import.dae, since we exported all of our files as those models. Locate your models and click import Kaleido or press enter. Don't be surprised if you import the shoes. It is only one shoe. Yes, correct. Don't worry about that just yet. It's supposed to be this way and it's gonna become a problem later. Promised. Once all your gear is imported, you will have a big mess at the feet of your squid. Start locating the models in the top right window. The list where all your objects of this project are. We will call it Scene Collection here. You will want to figure out what armature is which model and rename it accordingly. You can do so with clicking the model in the viewport and seeing which object in the scene collection gets highlighted. Once that is done, your squid should be ready for the next step. That's it for this tutorial. If you see this, I am already working on the next part, so if you don't want to miss any updates, make sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell or check out my Twitter. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments or come visit us on the Discord. We'll make sure to answer and fix your problems. With that said, happy blending and stay fresh!